Hello, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. It is time. Time is of the essence. If only I had the time. Well, I'm asking what is time and why is it important for pilots? No surprise to know that pilots work in 4 dimensions. Time is just one dimension. The other 3 are the 3D dimensions of elevation above the surface and the position on the Earth known as latitude and longitude. Let us look at these 4 dimensions, starting with time. The measuring of the passage of time was known to ancient civilizations. An Egyptian device dated 1500 BC is the earliest time device found. It was they who divided a day into 24 parts based on the sun's shadow. The British Museum holds an astrolabe dated 1326 that was used to tell the time based on star observations. However, astrolabe origins go way back to 330 BC and are considered to be the world's first computers. Nicholas Copernicus theorized in 1504 that the Earth circled our Sun, taking 1 year to do it. The first balance wheel clock was invented in Europe circa early 14th century. The pendulum clock was developed in 1656 by Christian Huygens. To determine longitude, a clock accurate enough to be used for navigation was needed. In 1761, John Harrison built such a chronometer. With this and a local noon, longitude could be determined. That is, how far it is to the left or right you were of a standard longitude. Pretty important to know if you were sailing at night towards the coast. The prime meridian to measure from, for all navigators, was established in 1851 at Greenwich at the mouth of the Thames. Time was signalled here by a falling ball on a mast at 1 p.m. However, Greenwich Mean Time has been established as long ago as 1675. Ratification happened in 1854, though France continued to claim their meridian for another 20 years. Well, you would, wouldn't you? The confusion of multiple time zones became an issue with the coming of the railways in the UK. Cities reasonably close together, such as Bristol and London, operated on different local times. So what time would you use to change trains, for instance? In 1840, railway time was introduced to standardised times across the UK. It wasn't until 1929 that international time zones were adopted. Greenwich Mean Time is a time zone, whereas Coordinated Universal Time is the time standard, and that's known as UTC, or shortened to Zulu. The means to find latitude had been known since ancient times, as all that was necessary was to measure the sun's inclination above the horizon at local noon. The star Polaris's inclination above the horizon at night in the northern hemisphere served the same purpose. So now we can find where we are on the Earth's surface, knowing the longitude and latitude. All that is missing now is our height above the Earth's surface. The first accurate barometric altimeter was invented in 1928 by Paul Colesman. An aircraft's position in both time and space was now possible. A pilot can now flight plan, and an aircraft can take off and travel to anywhere in a different time zone without confusion. The days of mistakes of fuel endurance by confusing times are hopefully eliminated. That goes for when reading a weather forecast too. It was about time that all that was sorted.